Okay, was just kind of going through, doing some more just research on some other things, and I discovered another 923. Go figure. Wasn't even really looking for it, just whatever. So the list of prime numbers here. And I scrolled down. For whatever the reason, I was looking at something else, and I just thought, man, I wonder what like the ninth and the 23rd prime numbers are. Check it out. The ninth prime number is 23. Don't know exactly why that. I mean, we've been talking about the 923s and whatnot, so I don't know why it's significant or like what the purpose of it is that 9 is the 23rd, but it definitely is a 9 and it goes with the 23. Very interesting. Also, if you take the ninth prime number is 23, and then you go to the 23rd prime number, it's 83. So 83 and 23 adds up to 106. And that is the same as 923. So I'll just put it here. Ninth prime is 23. The 23rd prime is 83. 23 plus 83, 106. 10/6, October 6th on the Gregorian calendar is 923 on the Julian calendar. So just pretty interesting. So then I've been seeing 106 a lot lately, and it just, I don't know how I remembered that I had did this a while ago and I looked it back up, but Elizabeth, like Queen Elizabeth, Elizabeth adds up to 88, and she's actually Queen Elizabeth II. Elizabeth II adds up to 106. Interesting. Also, Obama on I Pet Goat winks at 106 in the film. There's all them 45 references. If I went from when he was 45 years old in 2006, and if you go to 10/6 of 2015, it's 9 years, 2 months, 2 days. And I talked before about how I think since Lupercalia was 3 days, that this is going to be all these coincidences are going to be over these 3 days as well. Which also, if you did the Julian calendar, then it would also include these days. So, just pointing it out here, because you might, if other people are researching, that you might start seeing a lot of these days actually. 10/7, 10/6, 10/5, or 105, 106, 107, so on. Just throwing it out there. So then I've seen a lot with 106. It has to do with Philadelphia. We've been talking about Philadelphia a lot. I still haven't watched like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and some other things, but this NBA guy died. He's the last active original employee of the NBA. So he started in 1946, but he died on June 23rd at the age of 93. But I love this picture of him here. So he's wearing a shirt, 32,872 days old. And who's counting? Well, somebody definitely is counting. This picture was on his birthday, March 9th. And then he died on June 23rd. And of course, March 9th to June 23rd is 106 days. So he died 106 days after his birthday. And why it's so significant is because he was a 76er guy. He worked for the Philadelphia 76ers for pretty much, I believe it was like his whole career. So it was actually the Warriors at one point, the Philadelphia Warriors. But I mean, yeah, it's funny. They show this picture. Who's counting? Well, definitely somebody is, because he died 106 days after his birthday. And even better on this article, they already changed it or something. Or I don't know, but whatever. Scrolling down here and they show this guy's tweet, John Hollinger. Eons before analytics became a thing, the first and the best. Rest in peace, Harvey Pollack. And it shows 7:49, June 23rd, 2015. And right now it says 107 retweets and then 231 favorites. But weird, because I took a picture of this earlier, and this is what it said. It's the same time even, 7:49, 23, and it said 106 and 229. So it has the same time. I don't know. Maybe it updated it or something. Just kind of interesting though. When I checked it, it said 106 and 229, and I just said he died 106 days after his birthday. 229 is 922 backwards. Another thing I want to talk about was, and I left a note on my last video at the very end, but I just want to go back and talk about it here. So the 84th prime number, a lot of this has to do with Obama and the Queen and whatnot. The 84th prime number is 433. Now that is super duper significant. And the reason I say that is because the Julian calendar, the last day of the Julian calendar was October 4th, 1582. And then it was followed by the first day of the Gregorian calendar on October 15th, 1582. So they cut out, 11 days. So it was October 4th, 1582, and it went to October 15th, 1582, and then it became the Gregorian calendar. But 1582, October 4th, this year, it will be 433 years. So the 84th prime is 433, and the Gregorian or the Julian calendar ended on 10/4, which is 433 years ago. Even better, from the Roman calendar, this would be 8/4. So just pretty interesting stuff. But it gets even better. So, okay, like I said, the Gregorian or Julian calendar ended on October 4th, and then it skipped over to October 15th when it started the Gregorian calendar. So basically, 10/5, or like I said, can be 9/22 as well, and I think it's 3 days. So 10/5, whatever, 10/5, 10/6, 10/7 is the same as 9/22, 9/23, 9/24. Just want to say that again, and because they'll be the same day on these two calendars. But anyway, it skips from October 4th, October 15th. Look what's happening on October 15th this year. The World Mission Day, the World Catholic Mission Day, and the 89th one of all times. And the Queen is 89 years old this year. And since I started this off with the prime number thing, just wanted to go back to the 89th prime number, which is 461. But if you do it as a date and mirror it, whatever, it would be 16-4. So in England, that would actually be April 16th, the 106th day of the year. Also, 1015 is 177 days away from the Queen's 89th birthday. Interesting, it's also 25 weeks, 2 days, 252. Talked about how it's all about 52 and 26 with her. But 177 days, if you put that to a date, and I know this seems like a lot, but it's just weird. It always comes back to the same thing I keep noticing. The 177th day is June 26th. 6/26. I can't even do a slash. 626. So the mirrors. 6226. It's just really weird to me, I guess, because I made a video about how I swear YouTube wanted me to find this number for whatever the reason. It's also in 2 days, so who knows? I think this is a really significant day for whatever the reason, or I mean, I don't know. I was shown that number. It led me to that number, and now all of a sudden everything keeps leading to this. So just really weird. Oh, weird. That started at 8:09 when I pushed this too. But anyway, the Queen's birthday to 8/9/2015. So 89. She's turned 89 on this day. Is 110 days. Now that's super significant. Again with the prime numbers. I just, for whatever reason, discovered it. The 110th prime number is 601, like the mirror of 106. You also had the Twin Towers that were both 110 floors high. Also, January 10th, you write it out like this. I think it was 157, but in Pythagorean, it's 49. One of, I believe, 6 days to 49. So, interesting. Then you also had the 601 on the train crash here. So the 106, 601. So then also, if you add up Gregorian calendar, in Jewish gematria, it adds up to 433. Interesting, because like I said, on October 15th this year will be the 433rd anniversary of the Gregorian calendar, or October 5th, depending on how you look at it, because it started on 10/15. But since it won't be switching over, it's just going to be 10/5. So 10/5. Well, and then another interesting thing, we have the blood moon coming up. And blood moon, now that I'm saying that, adds up to 105. And not only does Gregorian calendar add up to 433, that's in Jewish gematria. In Pythagorean gematria, it adds to 89. And what did I just say about 89? It's the 89th Catholic World Mission Day. The Queen is 89 this year. And I figured since it's all about Valentine's, and Lupercalia and whatnot, I'll go from 10/15 to Valentine of next year when Ghostbusters said the end of the world was going to happen. And it is 122 days. And remember, Pope Francis adds up to 122. Just a couple more things. So, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, if you add that up in Jewish gematria, it comes to 1611. Very interesting year considering it's Philadelphia. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania adds to 1611. What else is 1611? That's right. The authorized King James Version of the Bible is the 1611 King James Version. Interesting, the word Philadelphia is actually mentioned 2 times in Revelation. Revelation 3:7 and 1:11, both significant numbers. 111 days left is 9:11. 3:7 went with the 88s. There's a ton of things with 37. I mean, from like American Pharaoh winning the horse race. I mean, just a ton of stuff. Not gonna keep talking about it. And also, 1611, the year 1611. So 10/15, 1611 to this year is 404 years. The book of Revelation has 404 verses in 22 chapters. 22 times 404, 8888. I've talked about that a long time ago, and I know tons of other people have too, but just re-pointing it out. And interesting that 1611 was 404 years ago. Revelation is 404 verses, and this year is 404 years after that. A couple other things I forgot to mention. With like the 110, I wanted to talk about this again. So from the Queen's birthday to 8/9, so or maybe I did say this. The Queen's birthday to 8/9 is 110 days. Felt like I didn't say that, but maybe I did. And also, the Queen's birthday to 9/11 is 4 months, 21 days, and she was born on 4/21. But if you go from 5/2, like we have Princess Charlotte being born this year, and you go to 9/23, all kinds of 52s this year, but Princess Charlotte, big main one. My computer froze up here. So, okay. It's also 4 months, 21 days. So Princess Charlotte's birthday to 9/23, 4 months, 21 days. It's also 144 days. 144, April 4th adds to 144. 44 adds to 144. 144th prime number is 827, which is the 239th day of the year. 239 is the 52nd prime. It's also the backwards of this or whatever, 23-9. That's how they do it in other countries. So pretty interesting. Also, since I'm on primes here, 421 is the 82nd prime number. 1982 was 33 years ago. Significantly crazy. I can't believe I never thought of adding up, just doing it that way from the beginning of this video. Like 9, I actually did a long time ago, but whatever, I'm rambling. 9 and then 23 or something, like the 15th prime number, or I don't even know, I'm trying to think, multiples. So 107, so you would go to like the 100th, and 419 plus 17 or something like that. Who knows? Just interesting. It adds up to 106. I guess one other thing about 421, 421 is also, so in America it's this, in other countries it's that, and that is Valentine's Day. Interesting. All right, just gonna leave it at that. Like I said, I just have so much random information. I was going through all my old stuff that I wanted to post from a long time ago, and literally it's insane. Like the Winnie the Pooh will be 89 years old this year in October as well. I can't even remember the day, but I was going to talk about it so long ago that it was about the 88th, being the 88th year of it. So I probably won't even make video on it. Who knows? We'll see if I get real bored. I just keep finding other random things about this 923 and whatnot, and it just seems to never end. I don't even know what I'm talking about. There's so much information half the time. I don't know if I've already talked about it, I guess. So whatever, done rambling. Have a great night.